Hello again, our YouTube fans. This is the Real Creepy Dogman here. I'm back with an all-new episode, but it's not a normal episode. This is a double episode, so what that means is the Real Creepy Dogman worked twice as hard for all YouTube fans and all you diehard Real Creepy Dogman fans from around the world. It is January the 2nd of 2023. Time is now 4:20 p.m. Okay, the Real Creepy Dogman has decided to bring back these two surprises I have brought up before. They were released. You hadn't seen the video. I think the original video was released on September the 17th of 2021, or it was released on maybe September the 21 of 2021. But the Real Creepy Dogman has brought these two out for a reason. This is the Real Creepy Dogman's custom Lego figure line. Now, you won't find these anywhere else, but the Real Creepy Dogman has brought these exclusive to only the YouTube fans to see, as well as the diehard Real Creepy Dogman fans. They were brought out before, and I brought them back. One of these had been remodified and been redone over again. Which one was it? It was this one. Now, what I did was I modified a middle piece dead in the center where the door is, and I lifted up the upper part of where the cross would be and the bridge of the part of where the display case would be. I lifted 3 little thin Legos to bring it up and made a bridge to hold this together so it would not collapse again. So I remodified this. Now inside, there is a thing holding the stand now, and it wasn't before. I'll let you see what it looks like. And you'll see a little stand that is holding this is the Real Creepy Dogman's version of the Annabelle display piece. It's called the Real Annabelle Custom Lego figure, and you won't find it anywhere else but the Real Creepy Dogman. And besides that, you'll find a custom Lego display piece of the Doll of Shadows, and it has the table, and the book is handmade. It was painted in detail to look like a book. It's not a book. And then I decided, instead of putting a gargoyle, I had to put an owl because I didn't have a gargoyle. And in the back, behind the Doll of Shadows, there is a little figurine of a rubber dragon to make it a nice touch. So, it was sort of how I wanted it out. Before I go back, I'm going to give you guys some news and update on this piece here before we end this. I want to show off and display this piece one last time. And I wanted people to see this because you won't see it anywhere else. Now, what you're seeing is actually it is running on LED light. It is a multicolor changeable bulb. And the Real Creepy Dogman has made a decision. I'm going to release 5 of these to be sold to whoever wants them. So that it'll be limited to 5 custom figurines made of this little thing. I have already designed the display the display case. I made the display case already, but I have not made the little custom Lego Real Annabelle yet until I make the decision to modify a few changes to it. Inside, I also had to make the sign and everything else, and something to hold the sign in order to keep it from falling over like it is when I had it the first time. And this, I think, was a much better way to hold the sign up, since I found this to add to my little display piece. And I'll give you a closer view of her face. That is a good detail, because I'll tell you how I done the detail. All this is hand painted. The hair is hand painted. The face is all hand painted. In the front, the back, and then in the bottom of the feet and everything else, everything is hand painted. including the tarot card, was also hand painted. That's the devil tarot card. As you can see, this little devil, he's a little happy in the ordeal for some reason on this card. And then you got the Holy Cross, also hand painted. And I done it in detail, hand painted it. I also done the same to the Doll of Shadows. She is also hand painted from head to sort of head to toe at least, but not the hair. Um, the front is hand painted, and also the back is also hand painted, just like the Annabelle doll. This is how the Doll of Shadows looks if you look at her closely. This is the Real Creepy Doll Man's version of the Doll of Shadows, and he has a different version of what Annabelle looks like. But this one, I think, would be the one that would probably be the best seller right here. This one was a more difficult task. I'm going to go back and make another version of this. This prototype was good, but not good enough. I'm going to make a secondary prototype better than the first, where I'll fix the errors before I sell them. If I can correct my error, then I can go back. I'll have the details redone better. And if I do that, I'll remodify this to resell them at a cheaper price. What would my price be if I sell them? I may decide to include the light, because the light is actually one of the best features. Now, if I can't include a light, then you're not going to find a light from the Real Creepy Doll Man. The light is a one-of-a-kind piece, and you'll see it'll just keep changing color. And it has an eerie effect with the color change. If I can't get a color change, I'll get the red bulb, since the red bulb is actually what's supposed to be in the original one. Now, as I turn this off, it is one of the best pieces the Real Creepy Doll Man has made, and put a lot of heart and detail into custom making this piece. And I worked hard to make this piece. Just repaint the Raggedy Ann to be just like the Annabelle in the display case. Now, the tarot card was a much difficult task. I had to do it in a very fine detail. As you can see, it had to be much finer detail to get that face. I couldn't get the whole body in it, so I had to get the face the best I could. From just the face, from the head to the least part of the shoulders, and maybe the upper torso. So I thought it would have been better like this. And you can tell the old devil is smiling in this one. And the cross was also done very fine and hand painted. It was done with gold paint, and it was very difficult to paint it that little. And I had to make sure I painted perfectly. I think I got the cross more perfect than I did the tarot card. Tarot card was a little bit more tricky to do. Getting the edges perfect will have to be redone again. So if I would go back to sell these, I'll have to redo them better and try to make a better prototype before I can make the ordeal where they'll be sold. Meaning I'm going to sell at least 5 of these will be handmade and sold by the Real Creepy Doll Man. I hadn't decided whether if I'll put them on eBay or if I'll just sell them to individuals I know. But they'll be made to be sold to only people maybe here in Louisville, Kentucky, to be available only, and not to the, on the internet. So you can only find me in Louisville, Kentucky to get them. So you see me in Louisville and you ask the Real Creepy Doll Man, do you have one of those available? There's only going to be 5, so I can start working on it, and it'll take anywhere from probably about 2 to 3 weeks to make the object, to hand paint it perfectly. I want to make sure I make it more perfect than the first one I did, and put a lot of detail in it, and try to correct my paint job as well without making a mess on the paint job. So that's all I have to say. Keep watching more to come from the Real Creepy Doll Man, because there will be new episodes. We still have anniversaries to finish for this month. Who will they be? Watch and find out. This is the Real Creepy Doll Man saying to all the fans out there, goodbye, and God bless you all.